When salmon get up in the morning, they always say good day. When salmon get up in the morning, they always say good day. And they leap. Ready? Leap, 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 leap. That is what they say and do. Ready? Leap, 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 leap. That is what they say. You ever seen them go up the rivers when they go over the waterfalls? They go, wow, and the tails wiggle. Salmon. I'll tell you a little bit more about salmon when we get going here. Let's see who else is in the bag. Oh, I like this guy. Tell me if you know who this is. It's a hammerhead shark. When sharks get up in the morning, they always say good day. When sharks get up in the morning, they always say good day. And they chomp. Ready? Chomp, 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 chomp. That is what they say. Chomp, 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 chomp. That is what they say. Did you know that hammerhead sharks can see all around with their eyes out here? So very cool. All right. What else do we have? Oh, clownfish. Hello. When clownfish get up in the morning, they always say good day. When clownfish get up in the morning, they always say good day. They laugh. Ha, 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 ha. That is what they say. Ha, 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 ha. That is what they say. Because they're clownfish, you know. They're funny. Let's see. Not really a fish, but it's got fish in its name, right? We have a starfish. When starfish get up in the morning, they always say good day. When starfish get up in the morning, they always say good day, and they creep, 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 creep. That is what they say and do. Creep, 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 creep. That is what they say. Hello. We have lots of cool starfish around my place. Not my place here, but in Washington State. Also not really fishy, but I like this guy. He was sticking close to the hammerhead shark, so it's a seahorse. When seahorses get up in the morning, they always say good day. When seahorses get up in the morning, they always say good day. They zip because they're fast. Zip, 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 zip. That is what they say and do. Zip, 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 zip. That is what they say. Zip. I need pants. Yeah, pants. Octopus says you do not need pants. Sheesh. Yes, I do. I'm naked. I need pants right away. Pants, pants, pants. You do not have legs. You do not need pants. Then I need slippers. Yeah, fuzzy bunny slippers to keep me warm at night. Octopus says, you do not have feet. You do not need slippers. Oh. I need a pretty pink tutu. Yes. I cannot possibly do ballet without one. He says, fish swim. They do not do ballet. Ooh, harsh. I need a rainbow of hair ribbons. I will be radiant in hair ribbons. You know you don't have hair, right? You don't have hair. Can't have hair ribbons if you don't have hair. I like the wig, though. Looks pretty good. Goofy fish. I need mittens. Mittens are a must for winter. You have fins, not hands. Fins. How about a diamond ring? I'm all about the sparkle. No hands, no fingers, no fingers, no rings. Boy, he's hard judge here. Bow ties are nice. They make every day seem special. What about earmuffs? Earmuffs. Underwear? Underwear? Yeah. Really? Not even those? I think that's a no face. No underwear. Well, I must need a raincoat. It is very wet around here. That's true. It is wet underwater. Fish do not need to wear anything, says the octopus. Well, I know fish don't need to wear anything, but what if I want to? It's just, what if other fish make fun of you, says octopus. Fish says, will you? Will you make fun of me? So then he tests him. He's got the helmet and the flag. He's got the pants on his head. He's got like pants just on one leg. And octopus says, I need pants. Now octopus needs pants. Okay, he's got a lot of legs. And there they are. So no, he's not going to make fun of him. He's going to join in the fun. Little pant legs. One fish there. And the very last picture is out here. Octopus brings him his underwear because he forgot his underwear.
One little fish swimming in the water, swimming in the water, swimming in the water. One little fish swimming in the water, bubble, 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 plop. Two little fish swimming in the water, swimming in the water, swimming in the water. Two little fish swimming in the water, bubble, 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 plop. Three little fish swimming in the water, swimming in the water, swimming in the water. Three little fish swimming in the water, bubble, 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 pop. Okay, here we go. Four little fish swimming in the water, swimming in the water, swimming in the water. Four little fish swimming in the water, bubble, 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 pop. Last one. Five little fish swimming in the water, swimming in the water, swimming in the water. Five little fish swimming in the water, bubble, 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 plop. Very good. You want to hug a pufferfish. This is actually what they look like. Once I went to a doctor's office that had a fish tank and it had a pufferfish, and they're very, very cute. Who could blame you? Those big old bubble eyes, that gap tooth grin, the spotty skin like moldy bread with mustard. Could anything be cuter? There are so many reasons to give pufferfish a hug. It could be that pufferfish has just come back from a long trip. Maybe pufferfish has just won an award and you want to say, congratulations, this award is for most creative. That's a cool award. Or maybe pufferfish is your very best friend and you really want to show you care. There's only one teeny tiny thing to consider. Whoop! That's what a pufferfish does when it's startled. Never fear, pufferfish might welcome a hug from you under the right conditions. First, pufferfish does not like surprises. Here's the surprise. Whoop! Loud sounds can startle pufferfish. So here the starfish is coming up behind and blowing a little trumpet, and whoop! There goes pufferfish again. And if things go badly, give pufferfish some time to depuff before trying again. Even if you love hugs, pufferfish might prefer something different. So here's the lobsters are hugging, the sea stars are hugging, the squid are hugging, and the octopus, oh, the octopus is getting hugs too. But not everybody likes hugs, right? Pufferfish is a little particular. Pufferfish would like to see you coming. Pufferfish would like to be asked for a hug first. Do you know any people that are like this too? Sometimes people are like this too. Would like to see you coming with a hug. And would like to be asked first. You can also just ask with your words. Can I give you a hug? Pufferfish would like your hug to be slow and gentle. Pufferfish might even prefer a high tail. I'm guessing that is the undersea version of a high five. Or a fin shake instead, which would be like, I'm guessing, a handshake. And you never know, pufferfish might show you a different way to say, I love you. Look at this cool thing pufferfish made. It's some things that were down in the ocean. This looks like a flip-flop. This is a sea slug looking like lobster. Here's some things made into it. Looks like pufferfish and octopus and sea slug. Oh no, sorry, lobster. These three. Now, if you want to hug a sea urchin, that's a whole other story. This is a sea urchin. It's spiky all the time. Pufferfish gets spiky when it gets scared. The sea urchins are just like that all the time. But this sign says free hugs, which means maybe the sea urchin would like a hug if anybody was feeling brave enough. The end. Ursula was one happy catfish swimming through the world. This is Ursula. Can you see a duck paddling at the bottom of the page? Usually it would look like this, right? This is how I would expect to see things. But this is how the world looks to Ursula. And what a world it was! The river weeds waved from above. Rays of sunshine shimmered from below. And under the water were blue skies and scrumptious buggy buffets. Yes, it was a wonderful world. So this is Ursula's world. It's not normally, again, I'm gonna flip the page over. This is normally what you would think, right? This is how the water is at the bottom. There's some bugs on the surface. Here's the sky. But this is how the world looks to Ursula. Until one day, Ursula met another fish. This looks like the one Librarian Sharon just had. I don't mean to be rude, said the fish, but why are you upside down? Upside down, said Ursula. Me? Just look around, said the fish. This fish looks upside down to me. So Ursula did. It's a lot of interesting underwater. There's a eel right here and some shrimp, lots of different kinds of fish. Oh, sorry. And just like that, her whole world flipped. I'm going to turn the book. It turned out that she was, in fact, upside down. Now I have to go the other way with the book, which is a little tricky on my brain, but because we flipped the book upside down, we have to go this way. Ursula was thoroughly mixed up. Was she frowning or was it a smile? It sure didn't feel like a smile. Was left right? Was right wrong? Which way was even up? The shrimp is saying, oh dear, because look at Ursula's face. I don't know if fish are really good at showing their feelings on their faces, but in the book they can. Whoops, I was going to go the wrong way again. With a splash and a flop, Ursula landed on the shore, which is no place for a catfish, upside down or otherwise. Help, gasped Ursula, somebody please. But her cries were cut off by a thunderous flap, flap, flap as something big and terrible and ferocious swooped from the trees. Howdy, said the bat. That's not a very ferocious thing to say. I'm Vern, pleased to meet you, and he rolled her back into the water. Upside down or not, Ursula was glad to be swimming again. She filled her gills before hurrying back to the surface. The pleasure is mine, she told Vern, and also thanks for saving me. And oh, you're upside down too! Look at that! Because bats also hang upside down. Upside down, says Vern. Says who? Here's some other animals hanging upside down. The monkey is hanging upside down. There's a snail up here upside down and a snake and also a chameleon. So there's lots of animals that hang upside down, not just bats. Says who, thought Ursula. Says who? And just like that, the world flipped right again. From then on, Ursula saw things her own way. Yes, Ursula was one happy catfish. And there's a little note at the end that says, Ursula is an upside-down catfish, a species of catfish that lives in a Congo River basin in Africa and spends almost all of its time upside down. Bats sleep upside down, snoozing for as much as 20 hours a day. But they can't fly that way, although hummingbirds can.